Okay, gonna do a comic review, quick comic review of the current comic adaptation that is of my favorite series, cartoon, 80s cartoon of all time, Robotech. Robotech was a show syndicated in America that collected three separate Japanese series and made them one through some clever writing and editing. And it was the first Japanese animation to keep all the mature elements in the deaths of the characters, warfare, science fiction concepts, drama between the characters. Had a lot of attractive female characters. I was 12 years old or 13 years old when it came out. I love this show. This is I'm a fan of this show, even though it's 30 something years ago, and it's pretty much not really going anywhere anymore. It refuses to die, so to speak, but the adaptations are just they've never really quite made a good comic of this show. The original Comico series, the art was terrible, and it pretty much just covered what was in the show verbatim. The black and white Eternity comics were much better, but they were black and white and forgotten. Wildstorm did a Robotech adaptation in the 2000s, probably producing this, which was the best Robotech comic that there probably was. More on that later. But this is the current one. This is the current year adaptation of Robotech, so to speak, by Titan Comics. Typical $3.99 price. It's already number 6. Look at this artwork. This is beautiful artwork. This is Japanese animated art type artwork. This is how Robotech should look. Okay, now take a good look at this, because now you go inside and this is the art that you get. It's not bad art, but it's not Robotech. And this is Minmay. Minmay looks like she's going to beat up a whole gang of people by herself. She's, she's supposed to be like a cute little pop singer that helps fight a war against aliens. And look at this. This is the hero, Rick Hunter. Lisa also looks very angry. Yeah. This guy, the captain of the ship, dies early. That's another story. But this is the bridge crew. These cute trio of women, and look at this. My favorite was Kim, and look how ugly she looks. And Vanessa looks like a cat lady with a glass of wine. It's just ugliness. This is the modern era. They make everything. They make everything that was, for lack of a better term, at least good to look at. They make everything ugly. Okay, why they picked this artist, I don't know. This is the villain of the first part. This is the first part of Robotech, Macross. This is the villain. He looks like an emo kid from the 2000s with that hair. The actual character is actually the best villain in the first part. He actually almost wins and is held back by his superiors a lot. But this is ridiculous. It's the art. The art means a lot. I know writing means a lot, but you're still looking at a comic, and it's just, all in all, look, I don't know if Vanessa's supposed to be fat. I don't know what they're doing. And anyway, that's the art. I guess there's not really much to say about that. I looked at previous issues in the comic store. I bought this one for review purposes to start doing stuff like this. This is Minmay. Look at her. She looks insane. And she's constantly bossing Rick around. This is not how she was in the series. This is a modern trope where all the women have to be tough and strong, which is not really tough and strong. It's a vapid copy of what the Bugman writers think is masculinity, or the nerdy 40, 50-year-old writers think was masculinity. I mean, let's be honest. We like comics, but the people that make comics, for the most part, are not, you know, the epitome of masculinity. And there are exceptions. I acknowledge that. But I've noticed this with Min-Mei the whole time. She never cries. She never looks for help. And this is just modernity destroying yet another childhood nostalgia, just like a lot of these comics are now doing, like what was happening with G.I. Joe. Not a huge G.I. Joe fan, but Diversity in Comics pretty much nailed what this is. I mean, look at Captain Global. Looks like, he looks like I don't know. He looks like a bum or something. This is, and I'm not gonna say it again. The art is not bad. It's just not Robotech, and I don't know what this is. This is some kind of Claudia now has a shaved head. Okay, they're cosplaying. All right, well that's okay. Feminized Robotech, which is, once again, I'll bring it up. Robotech had a lot of strong female characters who fought and had a lot of characterization. There's no need to do this these modern tropes of SJW feminist things in Robotech. There's no need for that, but they do it anyway because they don't know anything else. These writers, okay, a lot of people think that this SJW stuff is just people pushing their agendas, and that's partly true. It's also been pushed from people up high, and it's also, this is just how these people think. This is the world they live in. This is how they see the world, and you're not going to escape that in what they write. So, all right, I don't like the copyright strike. I don't even know how that works. Okay, these are the aliens. They look like, I don't know what they're supposed to look like. Something from the 80s, but like a I don't know, some kind of band. I don't know, whatever. I'm just going to show you something real quick. You want to make a Robotech comic? This is the kind of art you should have. There you go. It looks like Japanese animation. The women are cute and attractive. The male characters are, they look like men. They look strong. Even this character who's going to go a different direction later in the series, it looks good. It looks like Robotech. It looks like this is how the art should be. Japanese animation style, not, or like this cover. Not what was inside there. Look at this. Women who look feminine and who act like women. They don't act like, third-rate ideas of what a bug man thinks a man is and what a woman should act like. It's just, and this is 2003. Okay, this is not eons ago. This is not the 80s that this comic came out in. So this is probably the best Robotech adaptation comic they ever did. It was Wildstorm. So this, they're not even going to get to the end of Macross. I'm sure this will be canceled. Whatever. 2018, modern era, they ruin everything. Just remember that. They ruin everything, and you know what? Maybe that's for the best. It's time to let go of things from the past. Because the future, as a quick thing, when I was a kid, I thought Robotech would be the future. I thought we'd be in space. That old gag that we'd be in space. There'd be a mission to Mars. We don't have any of that. We're not going anywhere. The future is going to be more like Dawn of the Dead than Robotech. But that's for another video. Okay. I'm out. See you.